Hello, everybody. It's nice to see you today. I am Pammy Jo. I explain the heart of God to mankind. He's revealing to me as we go along. And I encourage souls to seek their calling by giving them permission to feel comfortable at full bloom. And full bloom means eternal beings of love and light. So how do we do that in this world? How do we not get distracted by hopelessness or corruption or all those other depressing things? There's a lot of ways you can deal with it. You can march. You can absorb your attention to television or chatting with friends, and that's okay. It's just, how do you cope inside, though, with the tension of, I know there's more to life than this. The way to do that is to get in touch with your soul and realize some things about yourself. God sees you. God looks straight into your soul. And what is the soul? It's a combination. It's an energy force that God put in us called the breath of life. And it interacts energetically with our heart and our mind both, mainly through the nervous system. There's sort of a God's chip in our brain where he connects to us like a power source and can be all around us. He can also affect us from others nearby, but we can physically hug and feel God's power. It is easy to interpret all that as a different type of attraction, a physical attraction. And I'm not saying physical attraction is wrong or anything. Of course, we need that too. We need it for a lot of reasons, but having physical attraction without the soul connection is a substitute if you're obsessed with it and you never find that without the connection to the creator and the soul, those other interactions are less effective at showing you who you really are and allowing you to find what you came here for. Everyone has purposes or a purpose. Everyone has a calling. Everyone is an arm or a fingernail or a finger or an eyeball or a nose or a mouth for God here with each other. And he did that for a reason. He could do everything for us, and then we'd be infants without any awareness. He didn't want infants with no awareness. And we could be just obedient robots, but he didn't want robots without free will. So to get in touch with why you're here, you need to love your soul, because you won't accept God's love if you hate yourself. So the way to pull yourself out of the world is one soul at a time. You learn that God loves you and how God sees you, so that the experiences and the pressures here, even the positive experiences, you can get so dependent on someone's approval that you aren't okay with yourself without it. You need to get to the point where you know you have God's approval and you approve of God. Then that peace can flow without all the obstructions. I'm not pushing anything on anyone, but the way I got help with realizing this, I knew it 20 years ago, but I needed a kick in the butt. And I got it from taking Unstoppable Influence 21-day challenge put on by Natasha Hazlett, Hazlett. She also has a website. If you go on the Google or whatever and type Unstoppable Influence or Unstoppable Influence Challenge, you will find that link to join. There's one starting in November later. I'm just saying, if you want to get in touch with your soul and you've got these obstacles that you've never been able to overcome, and you think maybe God's mad at you because you asked for answers and you're not getting them, and you just sometimes want to just give up. Boy, was I there in February. Boy, was I there for the last 20 years. It was hard to face the darkness that I had let take root and rip my guts out. and almost smother my soul. It was very difficult. The process, the challenge is not difficult. It is smooth. It is easy and gentle. That's the only way it can be. You have to be gentle with souls, because souls weren't made to be mean. They were made to be loving. So you have to be gentle with loving parts of people and nurture it like a plant and feed it and give it water and hope. So it's a gentle challenge, but there is work, and how much work you do is up to you. I had to do a lot of work. That's my doing. I misinterpreted God's intent. I blamed him for everything. I blame myself for everything. I internalized all the blame on the earth to myself, instead of realizing it's about free will, it's about choices. So if you're struggling with something, the teacher is expecting, so there's going to be a time in the spring when she's not going to have time to teach. I don't know when the challenge is for 2019, but on November 27th, one will be starting. So I just want to give everybody a heads up on that. It's very important to get in touch with your soul, to get in unison, in one with the Lord, with the Creator, who put you here for purposes. And his son said, they asked him what the greatest commands were. He said, love the Lord your God with all your heart. Love your neighbor as yourself. The trouble with loving your neighbor is if you hate yourself because you blame yourself for everything, you can't love your neighbor. You just lash out or avoid him. If you love yourself, surprisingly, this is going to be hard to believe, but surprisingly, not only can you love your neighbor, you can look into their soul like I do, and you can see the good that's waiting. It's sitting there like a puppy dog wanting in the door, okay? You can open that door a crack for them, and they can go, oh, and they start seeing. It starts dawning on them like the sun coming up. So you can be that little crack of light for people. And it's all God's thing, but you have a part in it. And then he'll send another person that helps that person open this loved one's door a little more, where they start receiving more light and they start dawning on them. Wait, I'm not worthless. I can love. I can love myself, and I can love other people. And that's what we really want to do. We want to love, not be miserable, feel responsible, feel worthless, and think everyone else is crazy. I swear to you, I can't use God's name on myself. It does work. You can be what you want to be deep down inside. I know it. It happened to my daughter. It happened to me. It's happening to my other daughter. It's happening to my other daughter. It's happening to my husband. It's happening to friends. I have 5 or 6 or 7 people at work I've seen it happen to. It can happen to you. It is happening to you now. Claim it. Just claim it and ask the Almighty to show you your way. And if you're not satisfied that day, claim it harder the next day. Just claim it. It's your birthright as an eternal being of love and light, sent here by Creator to live on earth, to serve others. But you have to love yourself first. Okay? I'm burning my breakfast, so I'm going to go, but I'll be back tomorrow. I love you. Thank you.